9-year-old Rajesh was with his father. His mother, who was his eldest son, lived in the village. A good friend of mine was suffering from an illness a few years ago. Because she died, and since then he was very lonely. I started feeling that, even in school, didn't have many friends and was short in height, because all the children in his class kept troubling him all the time. The night Rajesh's life changed forever. That day in Rajesh's class in school, the children made fun of him so much that Rajesh got into a fight with one of them, which led to all the children chasing him. School kids were looking for him everywhere, due to which Rajesh had to find a way to escape from them. Rajesh had to take the farm path, but he did not know that in the middle of the field there was a scarecrow. Scarecrow with a crow in place of a head. There was a pot on which a face was drawn with white paint, and whose entire body was made of straw, who had 2 eyes shining in the sunlight, just like that, staring at him. Seeing that scarecrow there, Rajesh realized that he had come to that farm where no one ever went, because the whole village knew that going to that field means facing that scarecrow. He stood there about to lose his life at the hands of those boys, when the boys who were following him reached and surrounded Rajesh. Frightened, Rajesh knew what was going to happen if he accepted defeat and got beaten by those boys. Rajesh closed his eyes, standing there crying. But then he heard the straw moving and went to school. When Rajesh heard the story of the boys, he opened his eyes and saw that his schoolmates were lying on the ground, their hands deep with injuries after this accident. Everyone ran away to their respective homes. Rajesh's condition had become so bad due to nervousness that he became completely numb and went straight to sleep. Rajesh, whatever happened in that field, is gone. Lying in bed at night, he was thinking about the same thing, but Rajesh did not understand why the scarecrow didn't tell him anything. While thinking this, his eyes fell late at night. He suddenly woke up and saw the scarecrow in his room. Those white eyes from the other side of the window staring at him. But before he could do anything, the scarecrow found the window with straw hands and held Rajesh's hand. Rajesh did not immediately notice, but then he got a small scene of a child playing with his ball. He was going to the same field in search of due to caste. Some upper caste people killed him by beating him with sticks. To hide in her murder, they stuffed the child's corpse inside a scarecrow. Seeing all this, Rajesh understood that, actually, the scarecrow is also a small one like him, the kid who was probably just going to be his friend. After knowing his story, Rajesh became friends, but last night, because of what happened with the children, Rajesh's father, who was a pandit, called to purify the souls of children, because everyone's parents were afraid that the scarecrow would go after their children and kill them. Rajesh and Scarecrow started spending a lot of time together, where Scarecrow used his powers to play many games. Rajesh showed him new clothes and toys. When Rajesh brought toys after a few days, when his birthday came, the children of his class again started fighting with him. And that fight became more serious when one of them tried to kill Rajesh. They started making fun of Mother's death, because of which Rajesh got so angry that he hit him on the head with the duster and ran away. Rajesh ran behind the school, after which something happened, due to which the whole village was shaken, because that night Rajesh filled the scarecrow with straw hands, tear the chest, and kill. After the death of those children, the entire village decided that today they would kill the scarecrow and destroy everything forever by burning it. The villagers started searching for the scarecrow, but they couldn't find it anywhere. When Rajesh's father reached home at night, Rajesh was not at home. He looked around, but they did not see Rajesh anywhere. He became very scared and with a torch in his hand. He started searching for the place, but couldn't find Rajesh anywhere. So after getting tired, he went to his wife's favorite place, went and sat down, and mourned the loss of his son. He burst into tears. They thought the Scarecrow had also taken them somewhere. That's why Rajesh's voice was heard, and they saw that Rajesh was with him. But they didn't know Rajesh himself told that Scarecrow to the villagers. Rajesh had brought him there after saving him from that Scarecrow. While he was talking, his father suddenly came in front of him and to the Scarecrow to save his son before he started moving forward with the torch. He, that Scarecrow, could do it with his straw hands clutched to her daddy, took Rajesh screaming from that Scarecrow. Rajesh picked up the fallen torch and did his best to save his father. Scarecrow set his friend on fire. If you let go of Rajesh's father, Daya, but till then, Rajesh's father is over. Rajesh was even more lonely that night. Went because that night he killed 2 people, forever lost your best good friend and your father.